Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me. This is Betsy from The Greetery, and I am here to introduce to you our newest collection called Jubilee, and it's coming to the shop on Friday, it's tomorrow, April 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. In this video, I'm going to go through all of the new products and show you everything in detail and in full, and we'll take a good look at everything, and then I'll also do a project share for each of the individual kind of product suites that we're introducing. So let's go ahead and get started. The first suite of products I'm going to be showing you is our Sweetest frames and Sweetest corners. This is an adorable set that has these cute bows and florals and wavy frames. I have been using these to death on my projects. So let's go ahead and take a look first at the Sweetest corners. There is a stamp set. This is a little 3x4 set. It has some cute bows for corner accents as well as kind of more of a center bow, and then fun little floral accents. So this is what they look like all stamped out. There's a matching die set which has 6 pieces. It allows you to cut out the bow and floral combos, but there's also dies for just cutting out the bows themselves. So you can use those without the florals. Or you can layer them for more dimension. So there's kind of a lot of versatility in this fun little set. Before we move along too much further, I wanted to show you our dies are now going to be coming pre-clipped, which means they're not going to be wired. They're going to come separately attached to a card. So this is kind of how we'll be packaging our dies moving forward from this release, moving on. And they come on a backer card and also with an insert, little folded insert, which has a picture of the die itself. And then if there's like stamped images, we're going to try to include those as well. So that's kind of a handy little thing you can store with your dies. So moving on, also in this product suite is the Sweetest frames. This is a 4x6 stamp set and then also a matching die. This set features 2 cute wavy frames in 2 sizes. These are sized to work well with A2 cards. And then there are some fun little bow accents and also some little doodads that you can use to embellish and stamp around. And this is just a set of super sweet images. So let's talk about the die. The die is actually a set of 11. There's small dies that cut out all these little bows from the set. And then there's also dies for the frames. And these dies, the inside and the outside portion of those frames, these are going to come wired together, but you can take the option of snipping those apart so that you can use the outer by itself, the inner by itself, or both of them together. So this is kind of the different options you have. If you want to create mats, just use the outer. If you want to create windows, just use the inner. If you want just a narrow frame, use both. So these options exist in the die set for both the large size and the small size. Next up is our Dreams and Plans product suite. This was designed with projects in mind like graduation cards. You could use it for New Year's Day. You could use it for calendar projects, planner projects. There is a 4x8 stamp set which features clusters of numbers that will finish out the decade for you. So you have a 20 and then you also have the separate little endings you can put with it. So to create like 2025 for this year, which I put to really good use on a pile of graduation cards. And then there's 2026, 27, 28, and 29. So like I said, this will take you through the decade. There's also some fun graduation themed sentiments, class of, and some fun, like this one, it's time for making plans and dreaming dreams. It's time to turn dreams into plans. Those are great for graduation cards, but also think about planners and calendars. There is a planner sentiment as well as a calendar sentiment. So fun options. You could pair this set also with our previously released These Are the Days calendar collection. We will be coming out with 2026 calendar pages soon, I promise. It's been on my to-do list, but things have been pretty crazy around here. Haven't forgotten our latest issue is we have not been able to get the paper that we print those on. So they have been delayed longer than I would like them to be, but we do still plan on releasing our 2026 calendar pages. So we are working on that. The other items in this product suite are Dreams and Plans number dies, 2020 through 2025 through 2029. Same number and pairings that exist in the stamp set. This is just a standalone die form of those numbers. And I'll show you those all cut out here in a second as well. So here is the Dreams and Plans 2025 through 29 shadows. So the shadows work with either the standalone numbers or the stamps. So here I have those all cut out. Here's an example that I stamped onto one of the shadow. This is from the Dreams and Plans stamp set. You can see how you can stamp onto those shadows. Here, I'll lay these all out for you. We have 2025, 26, 27, 28, and 29. And then there's also a 20 in here, which I neglected to cut, but there is a 20 to finish that off. Here is the 20. So again, those the shadows work with either the stamp set or the standalone dies. And here are the standalone dies. You can see they're just a really pretty, delicate font used for these numbers, and you can build them. I love to loop the top of the 2 inside the 0 from the 20. So you can see how you can combine those. You'll be good all the way through 2029. Here you can see how the standalone numbers work with the shadows or the stamps. There's also an apostrophe. So say, for example, you want to omit the 20 and just use the last 2 digits. There's an apostrophe for that. And the apostrophe shows up in all 3 forms as well: stamp, standalone die, and shadow die. Next product that I'm going to show you is our bow bookmark die. This is a fun bookmark die that, of course, you can use it for bookmarks, obviously, but you can use it for some other things as well. I had a lot of fun with this die. I'll show you some projects in a little bit. Super easy to assemble. You have the bow base with these long tails. The overall size of this is an A2 card. So it's just shy of 5.5 inches tall. Super easy to assemble. I'll show you how it works in a little book. I have a little notebook here, and I'll show you. So you can just use it as a bookmark, tuck that in there, and then the loops can fit over top of the page. So it goes like that, and then when it's closed, you just have this cute little bow popping out of the book. So this is super fun little die, great for gifts, little enclosure gifts and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at some projects using this product suite that I just introduced to you, the Sweetest Frames and Sweetest Corners and Dreams and Plans. So the whole idea behind this product suite is we have a daughter graduating this year, and I really wanted some non-themey graduation products to create some really pretty cards in kind of something that she would love. That age group is all about bows and pretty flowers and that sort of thing. So that's the inspiration behind this product suite. So I kind of came up with just some basic card layouts that I just did in a whole bunch of colors, in some colors that she would love for her friends. She wanted a pile of cards for her friends. And so I just kind of stuck with the same layout. I used the Sweetest frames and just stamped and die cut those in some different colors, and then used the number dies and stamps as well. I just kind of mixed it up. This one uses the stamps from the number stamps from the Dreams and Plans set, and just kind of switched up where I used the Sweetest corners. Sometimes I topped it off on one of those wavy frames. Sometimes I used them as corners, and just kind of stuck to the same colors or the same layout. Just switched up the colors. This one is kind of like a brighter, has a friend that loves blue, so kind of went with that. Oh, one other thing to note is the Sweetest frames dies. I've really been having a good time besides using those to cut. They are also great for embossing. So you can see here how I cut the outer edge, but then to add some extra detail and kind of a really pretty look there, I used the inner portion of the frame with an embossing mat and add that embossed detail. So just kind of, like I said, I have a whole pile, and I just kind of did the same layout, just different colors. Some of them I also made bookmarks for, so I tucked a little bookmark inside of there. A fun sentiment to stamp on the tails of the bookmarks would be the sentiments from our shelved stamp set. So those fit nicely on the ribbon tails of the bow bookmark, and perfectly themed as well, since that is a book themed set. A few of the projects I kind of went a little, added more layers. This one I used I embellished all four corners with the Sweetest corner set and made that a little more detailed. This one is a little more detailed as well. I added a diamond ribbons die cut to the background. My daughter loved this one. I think she might be claiming this one for her friends as well. So that was super fun. And then this one is one that I made specifically. This is going to be for her. This one's a little more special. I combined these new Sweetest frames and our Dreams and Plans numbers with our Have a Spine die to create a book themed card. She's kind of a little bookworm, and so I think she'll love this. And I made a matching bookmark as well that tucks inside of there. And this card also was embellished with a new floral set that I'll be showing you in just a little bit, called Best Bouquet. And this one has a vellum insert with the numbers, and then I stamped a sentiment inside of there. So proud of you. That is from the Dreams and Plans stamp set that I just introduced to you as well. Next up, I'll show you a set of gift card pockets that I created using the Sweetest frames, stamps and dies to create the pocket. And then I used the Best bookmark, or bow bookmark die, to create this pull out with the gift card attached to it. I have a video for these showing you how to put these together. They're super simple to do and super fun and pretty. That bow just fits right there at the top, and then it's embellished with a floral stamp set I'll introduce to you in just a bit called Best Bouquet, and it's topped off. I topped them off with an older sentiment set called Tagged Elegance. So these are just super fun little gift card pockets. I created those in a few different colors. 'Tis the season to need gift cards with all the graduations and weddings and showers we have going on here this spring and summer. Next up is a little product suite called World's Greatest. So the feature element of this set is this cute little trophy cup die. This is a two-piece die that cuts this pretty vintage style trophy cup. Here I cut it from some metallic cardstock. It has some fun detailing across the top and also some embossed detailing on the handles. Just a fun and pretty die. It includes a second piece, a second die here that can be used to cut either a layer that you can layer on top to just give some more dimension, or you can use it to create a little cutout. And let's say you want to turn this into a fun little shaker element. You can do that as well. You can use that second die to cut a little window, which you could back with some acetate and turn this into a shaker. It'd be super fun to fill that up with, I don't know, all sorts of confetti. So to finish out this product suite, we have a 4x6 stamp set called World's Greatest. And this one is filled with sentiments for all kinds of people in your life, from moms, dads, grads, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, sisters, brothers, students, teachers. We tried to include almost everything in this set. There's this fun World's Greatest sentiment, and then there's also an image to add some shading to the trophy cup. So here you can see how that stamps out onto the trophy cup. All of the sentiments fit onto that cute little trophy cup. There is also a World's Greatest Sentiments die. This die cuts all of the different sentiments from the World's Greatest set. Here is our little insert. You can see these new sets. This is how we're packaging them. I try to include the word inside of the matching die to help you identify those a little bit. That's a good little reference sheet to keep with your die. Next up, we have a few things that are perfect for filling up the little World's Greatest trophy cups. We have, first of all, a Starstruck die. This is a one-piece die that cuts a really cute star cluster. This has lots of fun detailing on it, and it's sized to work wonderfully with the trophy cup. Great for masculine projects, students, sports projects, if you want to congrats someone on a great job for a sporting event, all sorts of fun uses for that. And like I said, this is a single one-piece die, but since there are all these little negative stars, you get your negative star cutouts as well, which are kind of just a fun bonus, and can use those to add more embellishment, your backgrounds, that sort of thing on your projects as well. Next up, we have a fun floral set called Best Bouquet. This pretty floral set comes in both stamp form and standalone die form. So this bouquet is sized wonderfully to also work with the World's Greatest trophy cup, but of course you can use it for so many other things as well, but it fits wonderfully in the trophy cup. This is the stamp version. I have a video that I put together that shows this set stamped out. It's a multi-step floral, has some stamping guide assembled example on the back side there. There is a matching die. This die cuts out both the stamped version or the standalone die cut version. So this is the same bouquet, but basically it's a standalone die version. Here's an assembled one of those. You know, it's all die cut and layered versus the stamped. So it depends on how you like to create. You could also kind of mix and match these two sets as well. The base bouquet die cuts out the stamped version, but you can also pair it with the die cut version. It's not required. You can use the standalone set on its own, which looks like this, but you can also pair it with the base die for an additional backing layer. So you can see here how I layer those two. It fits both. So lots of fun options with this set. I love both the stamped and the die cut versions. I don't know which one is my favorite. I had so much fun using both of those. So lots of fun options with that set. And here I'll show you, you can use the die cut version. Fits really pretty in our little World's Greatest trophy cup too. Should also mention there are some sentiments included in the stamp set. You're the best. They're all best related sentiments, hence the name of the set called Best Bouquet. So there's all the best, wishing you all the best, and here's another sentiment you can pair with that one, and some rest for a little get well card. The best gift of all is you, is the remainder of that sentiment. It's up here. Hoping it's your best birthday yet. So just kind of some, you're the best, all the best sentiments in our best bouquet stamp set. Before I show you some projects using this product suite, I did want to just show you a couple more things on the standalone best bouquet die. This is an 8-piece die. You have the blooms that the bits and pieces that go together to build each bloom are grouped together on a single die, and then makes it a little bit easier to see what goes together. And then there is an assembly guide on the back side of that as well. It's pretty easy to assemble. Just layer those pieces and the dies are grouped together so you can see kind of what needs to go together there. So let's take a look at a few projects I created with our World's Greatest and Best Bouquet product suite. Here are a couple little shaped cards that I made using the World's Greatest trophy die. You can see here. To do this, I just cut the trophy on the fold. Here I have a folded piece of cardstock. I positioned my die so that the handles are just at the very tippy top, like that, which means the top edge of that trophy won't cut because it extends above the fold. So that ends up resulting in this, which is just a little folded shaped base. And then I put my embellishments inside and a sentiment on the front. This one uses the Best Bouquet standalone details die and to create that bouquet. And this one uses the Starstruck for World's Greatest Dad and World's Greatest Mom. To strengthen up the base of the trophy cup, all these little detail cuts, I found it didn't feel super strong to stand up on its own. So when I was creating those, I did sandwich just a narrow strip of cardstock, solid cardstock, right in between the card base layer and the front layer, just to strengthen that area and make it a little sturdier for standing up. This next one is a great masculine birthday card. I paired the World's Greatest Trophy Cup and sentiments with an older set. This is called Leaves All Around Die and Stencil. And I thought it created a really pretty, like a laurel wreath around the trophy. This one I filled up with the shooting stars from a set that's I haven't showcased yet in this video. You'll see it in just a bit. It's called Big Yay. And so that's a fun one too. And I could have used the stars from Starstruck as well. That would have been nice too. I thought it was fun to have the little shooting stars coming out. And here's another one, World's Greatest Grad. I thought this would be a pretty grad card. I stamped and embossed a Sweetest frame, the larger one from the set, and then filled up my trophy cup. This assembled bouquet actually combines the stamped version of Best Bouquet with the details die. So I took some of those detail layers from the details die and layered them over the top of the stamping just to give that bouquet a little bit more dimension. So it's super fun to combine those two as well. Couple more projects using the Best Bouquet details die. Definitely do not have to pair it with the trophy cup. It can be used on its own as well. I had so much fun playing with this set. This one was all done in kind of pastel colors, inspired by my daughter's upcoming wedding colors. And then I put it on to a die cut A2 stitched scallops panel, and that nested inside of the new Sweetest frames stamp set. And I cut out the window with the matching die. And this little banner is actually from a holiday set. It's from Winter Crest. There is just a note stamp in that set. And this banner is from that set as well. And that just kind of nestled perfectly in there for that super pretty and sweet card. This one, I just ended up having a whole bunch of blooms laying on my desk, and this one just kind of fell together. Uses the Dreams and Plans numbers, both the standalone die and the shadows, and this little class of is from the Dreams and Plans stamp set. I actually took one fully assembled Best Bouquet Details bouquet, and then I added a second one, and the second one I put kind of under the 25, and it's really not even completely assembled. I just tucked the the leaves inside and then underneath the numbers, and then just added some blooms kind of here and there, wherever they fit. And then this outer scalloped is our pretty A2 stitched scallops. That's a previously released die we've had since last summer, I believe. So I love how this one turned out. Love the colors on that one too. One more project before we move on. This one uses the Starstruck die as more of a corner element. I showed how it worked nicely in our World's Greatest Trophy Cup, but of course you can use this fun star die in so many other ways as well. It makes a great little corner accent piece. I nestled a couple inside the largest Sweetest frame and put a sentiment from the Dreams and Plans stamp set inside of there. And then the inside of my card, I haven't adhered this panel yet because I want to be able to photograph it, but this panel is going to go on the inside. Has another sentiment from the Dreams and Plans stamp set and the smaller Sweetest frames image. Last but not least, we have a product suite called Big Yay, and this is for all of those what I call yay days. Babies, graduations, birthdays, you name it. Just for any day you need to celebrate. There's some fun sentiments. There's this jumbo yay sentiment and some cute starbursts, and then different little sentiments for graduations, birthdays, baby, hip hip oh yay. It's kind of a fun one. Birth yay. It's your birth yay. Just kind of a fun take on this celebratory sentiment. There are matching dies. There's a Big Yay Elements die, which coordinates with the stamp set. It cuts out a lot of these more linear sentiments, as well as this whole element. This was all done with the stamps. There's this base Yay, which I stamped in pink, the detail word, which was stamped in red, and then the starburst, which were stamped in kind of a teal ink. So there's a die that cuts out that whole element there, and then there's some fun little star accents and some of the sentiments as well. There are not dies for these little curved sentiments. Those are kind of designed to nest right around this loop on the Y. So there are not dies for those, but more of the linear sentiments in the set. There are matching dies. There's also a Big Yay word die. This is a standalone word die. It cuts the detail letters as well as the shadow. So the details I cut from kind of a peachy cardstock, and then the shadow here was cut using an aqua. So this, it depends on how you like to create. We have lots of mix and match options for this Big Yay set, whether you like to stamp or stencil or die cut. There are some different options. And finally, the stencil, the Big Yay stencil. This is a set of 4. I will show you if you want to be able to create the starburst in different colors. The stencil set is great for that. There is a stencil for the shadow of the word itself, and then also 2 steps for the starburst and 1 for the stars. So this piece here was done, this background was done with the stencils, and then I combined it with the standalone word die. But you can mix and match all of the different products from this suite for all kinds of options for how you like to create. Share a few projects using this set. This one was done, this gold was stamped with the stamp set onto black cardstock and heat embossed using the stamp set, and then this It's Graduation Day sentiment was also stamped, as well as the O and the congrats. The yay itself was done with the word die, and I created a striped background by just cutting strips of cardstock and adhering them to a scrap of paper, and then die cutting that with the shadow. Another thing that I like to do, you can see I have some holographic cardstock in the background. I die cut the elements die from holographic cardstock, and then I just kind of cut that apart. I trimmed off, it's actually one big piece here. So this is it cut, all stamped, but it's one big piece. But I cut off this part so that I could just use these little bursts. And I had fun just kind of putting those behind the cutout to add just some more sparkle and dimension there. So that's a kind of a fun idea. These little stars, there are some star dies included in the Big Yay Elements die. I used some of those. I had so many stars laying out on my work table, so some of those were probably also from our Starstruck die. So, but you could do them with the elements, the Big Yay Elements die as well. There's another one. I had a whole panel of striped cardstock that I made when I did these, so I die cut 2 of those from that same panel. This one I put on a white background. It's Your Birthday. The background here is an older release sparkler background, I believe it's called. I'll have to double check on that. But that's an older background that a red rubber background that I stamped. And then the rest of the elements are from the Big Yay product suite. This was heat embossed using the stamp set as well for that birthday. And then the Yay itself is die cut using the word die. This one, I also incorporated some florals from our Best Bouquet from that new floral set that I introduced just a little bit ago. The background here with all these cute shooting stars was done with the Big Yay stencil, and I added some splatters to the background, and then I layered a Best Bouquet floral bouquet behind this Yay, which was cut with the word die. It's Your Birthday was stamped with the Big Yay stamp set and cut with the Elements die. Well guys, that wraps it up. That's all of the new products from our Jubilee collection. We have 19 new products coming to the shop on Friday. That's tomorrow, April 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I hope you join us on the blog. We have a blog hop going on with the team, and we are actually giving away 2 complete collections. And the comment deadline is tomorrow morning, so make sure to check that out. The winners will be announced on the Greetery blog tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is an hour before the new products go up in the shop. So I hope you'll join us over on the blog for the fun, and we'll see you soon.